Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to start this off with a vlog instead because I want to show you that we are not in a winter storm anymore and the golf courses are almost open. It's a pretty nice day here, but first we are getting a brand new driver for this man right here. We are off to Golf Town. I did have some clips I wanted to show you from a couple weeks ago. I'm still working on that, but we went and did some indoor golf, and consistently Taylor was about 20 yards short on his drives. He started to take my driver and he had enough. So we are gonna go get a brand new driver today, fitted at Golf Town, and we're gonna show you the process right now. All right, guys, those are the two drivers, both TaylorMades in Taylor's bag that we are getting rid of today. Brand new driver is going in the bag. We're going to test out some of the stats on his other drivers. We were at the sim a couple of weeks ago, and the distance was just not there for Taylor. As we see him warm up there, it's been a long winter. He's been in hibernation, so we are trying to get that body loose, get that swing, to get that speed going. You'll see in a little bit here that swing path is causing the shot to go a little right to left, more of a hook and over the top shot. He's lacking the distance, and we're not getting that 300-yard drive we're accustomed to from Taylor in the past. As you get older, you don't have that power, that swing speed, and we're trying to get that kind of motion going again. As we see some of the stats here, the swing speed, the ball speed, the spin. We don't want that spin. We want to get that distance going back towards 300 yards, which he was getting with my LS on my Cobra that I play, but it is a lot difficult to hit an LS if you're not hitting square in the face a lot of the time. There's some more stats as you see on the screen. The one driver, he does get a little more distance, but it doesn't get the height that he wants. With the other driver you see here with the white head, he does get that height, but the distance kind of lacks. It's more of a consistent shot. We want that with the new driver that we're going to be fitting today.
What's the loft on that one?
We're going to take a few more looks at Taylor's swing. One of his weaknesses, he does get over the top with his shoulders and doesn't rotate the body enough, and that's why he's getting that over-the-top swing where the ball is kind of going quickly to the left. Before, in the past, he used to have a shot that goes left to right a lot. His swing used to be a little bit more out of control, and now we're just trying to control that body and tempo to kind of be at the same rate and get that ball to hit off the square of the club a little bit more consistently. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions or tips for Taylor's swing as we go forward throughout the season. We're going to see a lot of, his ups and downs, his battles throughout the year on the golf course, as we take a look at a few more stats on the sim, which eventually dies here. So we're going to take a quick look at some of the drivers. Which one are we going to choose today? Is it going to be a Cobra, a TaylorMade? Is it going to be a Ping, Titleist? We have to stay tuned to find out which driver Taylor picks up. There's the QI35. Is that what it's going to be? And there it is, the QI35, the brand new driver from TaylorMade. We are testing it out, stiff shaft, and a degree of, I think, on this one of 9.5 and a weight of 50.
202 carry. Backspin, one
spin. Right?
You had more spin with those compared to mine. But your swing angle was a lot different. You were getting spin even with your right to left shot.
Yeah, we were different heads. So much different size.
That was on the heel, I can tell from here. sounded better.
7.6 miles. I was right down the center there for you. 282 carry, or way over 300 yards on it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what was last time.
That was with your
Yeah,
club,
that's more
Yeah.
like your regular
Take a
swing.
look at our launch angle, 17. Great on there. Side spin pretty much nothing. Back spin perfect at 17. 50. Carries 282. But
Yeah, because
yeah, but that club face path right there, 0.6 is exactly what you're looking for. It's a lot more square for you.
Yeah.
Definitely a straighter ball for sure. And then yeah, that's, I mean, couldn't tell you how much it's gonna roll obviously, but you're probably over 300 for sure. That number might go up and generate a little bit more power for you. So in terms of distance, you might see a touch more. The other thing we want to take a look at though too, if that's your smash factor with that current club right there, and your backspin's only 1750, you don't really need anything lower, right? We're not at the point where we really need a lower spin on there, so it depends what you're looking for. If you want that extra forgiveness given to you, that's going to be a little bit of a better bet. Of course, the LS is still going to enhance the performance of those numbers that you've already seen. It's just a point where like we don't want to go too low with our spin at that point too.
Yeah.
We are still at 1800, so we can go lower for sure. But here's the thing with the backspin is if you lose too much backspin and you're now say you go under 1,000, right? That's when your ball's and a finger and a half on the back, right? Like it's a much smaller, more compact head, so it takes away a lot of that forgiveness, right?
Fit on the
Yeah. So speed's still the same. Face is a little bit close. Now, obviously, like I know you said, like the stiff shaft and that it doesn't feel the same anymore. In terms of like when you got in your 20s till now, of course. A, shafts change a little bit, but B, it's also a lighter weight shaft in here, right? So we're looking at like a 50 gram stiff shaft. There's options like a 60, 55, 65 on there as well, which are a lot heavier options. So going with that, you're still going to keep that lightweight feel to it, but that stiff retention to that shaft. There's not as much base to do that, right? So you're going to result in more of a sprayed shot, whereas this one's going to try and keep you as squared as possible, right? Could though be a little bit of a difference, right? It's going to kind of force you to hit a little bit more of a square shot for you.
Yeah.
But let's just see kind of this, that same sort of consistency. Like if you're going to be hitting out here, it's a lot smaller of a head, it's going to whip open a little faster than the other guys, right? Similar club speed, pulse that heel, very open face again on there, and moving up. Our side spin again, 2200 on there, right? So we're wide open on that face, headed out right. Backspin's high. Take a couple more with that guy. Just to kind of give a little. But you'll notice right away, right? Higher side spin, higher backspin on an off shot.
Yeah.
It's not going to produce that same sort of number. Sure, you still got a 230 carry. But this one produces you a much more consistent shot to work with, right? You got one. That's what I want. Carry went up there to 254. Launch angle. Where's on the other one there? There we go, 17, which is good. Backspin 26, side spin 1,000. So a little bit open at our face angle. 4.3. Middle toe, 6 degrees close. We're gonna head a little bit out to the left there, 160 carry. backspin at 104, but our side spin there was again 1600 to the left, right? So that was out of 10 in that middle center of that face. That's where we peak performance out of the LS driver, right? Once we start to have a little bit of inconsistencies, that's okay. Every driver, every golfer is going to have some sort of inconsistencies, but those guys that are 7 or less that hit off the middle of the face, that you're not going to see that same sort of peak performance as the LS, right? Going back to the normal, we still have the same carbonwood base. There's all the same sort of technology. It's just a bigger difference between a smaller head and a little bit more weight towards that front, right? That's that big difference that's going to drive between the two of them there.
And that one does feel better.
Exactly, a little bit bigger of a head, right? That bigger addressal point than you have,
It's almost
more
like
forgiveness
it's
to
giving
it.
me more of where I need to go.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit more weight towards the back as well to kind of help keep that squared off.
Larry seen better.
270 carrier right off the center of that face. Club path's a little bit closed, but we're under 1,000 for the side spin, back down to 1,500 for our back spin, right? So again, we're heading a little bit left. That's okay. It's a lot more consistent, a lot more playable shot than what we were hitting with the LS, right? When we were hitting with that LS, we were over 1,000 on that side spin, right? So we're producing even more draw, more slice, etc., right? Whereas we're still headed a little bit left with the regular QI 35. However, getting a little bit more consistency out of it.
And that's a big thing for me.
And as well too, look where you kind of hit that ball. It's launch angle, it's everything, right? You were 4 to 5 open or 4 to 5 degrees closed on your club face. Now we're, I think it was 2.5, just said on there. Still producing the same sort of speed numbers out of the head, but a lot straighter ball and more distance to it, right? Because we're getting that same sort of consistency out of there.
Yeah.
A little bit of a different shaft in there. I'm trying to get 60 gram for you.
Okay. What was the other one?
50.
50?
Yeah.
It's a little bit heavier.
Yeah. Just let me know how that feels. Because that would be the 2. I wouldn't go up to 65. Just because now we're getting to like a heavier shaft. But again on that club head speed, a little bit open, under 3 degrees, 150 on there, our side spin, about 9, back spin, just because we're hitting it a little bit low off that face.
Yeah.
Back up on our head speed, 0.3 close right off the center. And a launch angle, grade 13, 24 on our backspin, but there's that big kicker, 55 side spin with a 281 carry. Because we're naturally sit at a 9-degree head, it's going to close the face a little bit.
Okay.
Which hopefully we can kind of get that open face a little bit more squared off.
Consistent with, because those,
As
mine
long as you're
there,
hitting both left, yeah.
yeah, like, this one would have to be, well, I never really used this one. This one would give me quite the going right consistently. I almost never hooked with that one until just recently.
So in the end, we found out the 10 degree was the best option for Taylor, the QI 35, a weight of 60. The LS, he was not getting enough consistent shots off the face, but our final option here is a stiff shaft. We went without the extra stiff, 10 degrees, QI 35, and a weight of 60. That's the new driver in the bag for Taylor. We'll see you in the next video on the golf course.